the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your work, and if it's all one color, you're going to decide whether or not you need a light background or dark background. And you can photograph with all kinds of things at home, but the most important things are a bright light. So taking pictures of your work outside during the day is the best time. You can also take it with a lot of unnatural light or a lot of natural light. So if you've got a really sunny room, taking pictures of your work in there is going to be best. So the first thing I have set up is I have 2 water spray bottles, and then I've just draped paper towel. If you've got your unfired clay, paper towel is great because you can throw it away afterward, and also it contrasts your clay. So for example, this clay isn't finished, but it would photograph well on the paper towel. If you've got a tile, you're going to want to take a picture from above. But for now, I'm going to show you 3D objects, so we'll be working mostly in 3D objects. So I've got my mug. Now I know that it sits nicely there, and it has a completely neutral background. You can use a towel for this. You can use paper towel. You can use actual paper. You want to make sure that you can get a good picture of your object just with that background. So your goal is to get it so that there's almost nothing else in the picture. So then I would take my picture like that, and then I would start to take my pictures from the top and the bottom and the other side. All right, so that's taking a 3D object with that. So what to do when you've got a light piece of pottery, like a tile, or like anything that's glazed white, or if your clay is bone dry, you're going to want a dark background. You can use fabric, you can use dark paper, you can use blankets, towels, anything like that. And then you want to set up a backdrop behind here. And then you also want it to cover the bottom area here. So you want it to be a continuous background top to bottom. Again, you want lots of natural light. And then you would take your picture. So you want it to be super clear, and you want it to almost mimic a product shot. Now, if you've got flat pieces, obviously taking a picture like this is not going to work. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get to a point where you are standing above it. You can try photographing it on the floor, or you can try putting it on a table. You just want to make sure you're above it and not giving too much, shadowing. And then when you go to take pictures from multiple angles, you'll go to take your picture, and you're going to try again to get only your tile and the fabric in the picture so I can see all the angles. Now, if you use Google Photos, what you can do is you can make some adjustments to the picture you took. So notice that I took a picture of a piece of artwork. I made sure to have a consistent background and everything, and now I'm going to do some editing. All right, so these little bars here, and you can do some shifting. It'll tell you what you automatically think you should do, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start messing with the light so I can make it lighter if it feels a little dark. If you want it to pop a little bit more, you can mess with the color. If you go under light, though, you can kind of play with the exposure here. So you can make it lighter, bump up the contrast maybe a little, and then save it, and then you'll be uploading it to Google Classroom.